Hey, uh, when are you gonna post another video? What? I just posted a video like last week. No, it's been 1 month.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, well, what should I do a video on next? Maybe you should do a video on the first Versus movie instead of, the second one. Sure, why not? The first movie can't be that bad, right?
1 hour later.
Do I own this footage? The movie starts off with the Ohrangers on a bike ride for seemingly no reason, when the Gear uses super gears to hijack the Ohrangers' motorcycles. For some reason, the Ohrangers just stay on the motorcycles as they crash into the stand instead of, jumping off. Bacchus' wrath reveals his new invention and powers up his foot soldiers, making them practically... The Ohrangers are knocked down a waterfall and forced to retreat. Yuji stumbles upon a shrine, and strange things start to happen when...
Oh, you nasty ass bastard!
Just a heads up, I, and probably you, are going to hate this guy. The ghost possesses Yuji, weighing his body down with these really gross visuals, saying that it feels like his body is being flattened. Bacchus comes to finish off the Ohrangers when the ghost leaves Yuji's body, calling himself the Piggyback Yokai. Can you guess why he's called that? Boldon says that he invented the new yokai by studying the occult, which makes no sense. Bacchus and Boldon start arguing, giving the Ohrangers time to escape. The yokai turns giant, and the Ohrangers go into their zords and attack the yokai, but does nothing, so they switch helmets and use different attacks, but nothing works on the yokai, and they start to get crushed by the yokai. So Red summons their secondary zord, Red Puncher, to take down the yokai, but its attacks don't work either, which gives Gear the opportunity to attach a super gear to their zord. Red combines the two zords, spams attacks, fails, and summons an even bigger zord. Where did King Ranger come from? They use even more attacks, fail, and then they retreat. What was the point of that? Genuinely. In the base, the Ohrranger Robo starts tweaking out with the chief inside, so the Ohrrangers use the O blocker, which, by the way, is the first ever appearance of this zord. If you were a kid back then, this would have been so confusing, seeing a zord that's exclusively for a movie. The chief jumps out the zord, trusting the Ohrrangers, but as soon as that happens, the Piggyback Yokai hijacks the O blocker, and the Bear Noya family starts fighting again, destroying the city. Goro and Yuji help evacuate the city when Gunmajin's keys fall from the sky, and they're about to wish for control of the Zords back when... Wish for their Zords back. They could have done the same thing Gunmajin could have done. Or not. I don't know. I haven't watched Ohrranger. Yuji asks for Gunmajin to stop the Zords from fighting, but he fails to do so, and conveniently has a fear of ghosts. Great! The chief calls for the male members of the Ohrrangers to go to Mount Rushmore. Anyways. Then they get attacked by cowboys? Then 3 more cowboys appear, which turns out to be the chief, Ninja Red, and Ninja White. Okay? They ask for the Kakurangers' help explaining the situation, and Sasuke says, I didn't know the Kakurangers had a dog in their team. We cut to the rest of the Kakurangers on their way, and the yokai being a creep. For some reason, Jiri and Momo fight over who's going to be assaulted first. The yokai appears, and Sasuke and Tsuruhime fight him off, and they somehow transform, even though, at the end of Kakuranger, they give up their powers and their morphers to steal the yokai. But, inconsistencies aside, the guys get the O-blocker back, and the yokai retreats. The guys are still trying to get the Ohrranger Robo back, and it turns out the taxi driver was actually the yokai, and possesses Momo. Momo is struggling to walk when the girl from earlier offers herself as bait, and the yokai says,
No! Bitch!
Okay, I'm gonna skip this whole part because this made me really uncomfortable, and it felt super unnecessary. Also, they just let the girl get kidnapped so they can get the Ohrranger Robo back? More creepy yokai moments later, the rest of the Kakurangers and the Ohrrangers survive, and King Ranger comes out of nowhere again. Like, we need this guy for half the movie, and he just suddenly appears. Ooh, look at them post up for the Insta story.
Witness to the one who left it all behind, now manifested in raw flesh.
This fight is honestly the best part of the whole movie. The Kakurangers fighting is well choreographed, especially the scene with Sasuke. Now for the final Zord fight. Unlike future versus movies, only the Ohrangers are fighting in their Zords, not the Kakurangers. They're just sitting on the sidelines with King Ranger, just watching the Zord fight. And honestly, that sucks. Finally, the Kakurangers say goodbye to the Ohrangers and drive off.
The demons, they're after me. They watch me. They're in my head.
This movie, objectively, was just horrible. The plot was bad. It was all over the place. There was no consistent plot. The yokai was just the yokai. The Kakurangers barely had any play into the story, even though they were probably the best part of the entire movie. They barely had anything to do with the entire movie, even though it's called Ohrangers versus Kakurangers. Honestly, it just felt like it was Ohranger the movie featuring Kakurangers. And sometimes I feel like Ninja Man should have been there. Just like at least once, or at least a mention of Ninja Man, because if King Ranger's there, then Ninja Man can be there too.